Starting last week, 777 supermarkets in California, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Nevada began stocking Impossible Foods' plant-based meat substitute on their shelves, fueling the increased distribution and a push to expand its product suite and geographic footprint domestically and internationally is a $500 million round of funding that the company closed in March. Some of that money is supporting the company's debut at stores like Albertsons, Pavilion, Safeways, and Vons. And all the company said it would be in nearly 1,000 grocery stores by the end of the week. And that is many additional stores all across the country. Since its debut in September, the company said it was the #1 item sold at the locations it was available on the East and West Coast. The company's 12-ounce packages are sold for somewhere between $8.99 and $9.99, and it plans to soon introduce the Impossible Burger at even more stores nationwide. And having tried it myself, I must say it is awesome, especially if you're a meat eater that doesn't necessarily want to kill an animal to get your meat. It works pretty good. We've always planned on a dramatic surge in retail for 2020, but with more and more Americans eating at home, we've received requests from retailers and consumers alike, said Impossible Foods president Dennis Woodside in a statement. Our existing retail partners have achieved record sales of Impossible Burgers in recent weeks, and we are moving as quickly as possible to expand with retailers nationwide. Even as the company announced its expansion, it made moves to alleviate any consumers' concerns over the processes in place at its manufacturing facilities. Impossible Foods said it had instituted mandatory work-from-home policies for all of its employees who can telecommute, restricted visitors to its facilities and those operated by co-manufacturers, banned all work-related travel, and implemented new sanitizing and disinfection procedures at its workplaces. Our #1 priority is the safety of our employees, customers, and consumers, Woodside said. And we recognize our responsibility for the welfare of our community, including the entire San Francisco Bay Area, our global supplier and customer network, millions of customers and billions of people who are relying on food manufacturers to produce supplies in times of need. The company said it was proceeding with its research and development initiatives as well, accelerating the ramp of its production facilities and moving to broadly commercialize its Impossible sausage and Impossible pork products. Impossible Foods has raised nearly $1.3 billion from investors. Are you an old-school video game geek like myself? Well, you're gonna love this. Another classic Star Wars game is landing on modern consoles after Jedi Academy. An updated version of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer will be available on the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch on May 12th. The sci-fi racing game based on the pod racing sequence in Episode 1 was originally released for the Nintendo 64 and PC way back in 1999. Now it's back with modernized controls for newer consoles. Texas-based developer Aspyr, which was also behind the new version of Jedi Academy, updated Episode 1 Racer for the Switch and the PS4. The company's VP of Publishing, Elizabeth Howard, said in a statement, "The beloved game has been modernized for the most optimal gaming experience on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. Star Wars fans should get ready to steer their racer to victory and leave their opponents in the dust." The game features 25 playable characters, including Anakin Skywalker himself, and racetracks located across various Star Wars planets like Tatooine and Barunda. Players can upgrade their pod racers with the help of pit droids and play single-player campaigns or multiplayer matches via split screen. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer will set players back $15 when it becomes available for download. Sony has already given away a number of great games to PS4 owners who subscribe to PlayStation Plus, so it's entirely possible you already own the games the company is now giving away as part of its coronavirus response Play at Home initiative. No matter, many gamers out there have still somehow missed out on the titles Sony announced recently. Now you will have no excuse. From April 15th at 8 p.m. through May 5th at 8 p.m., 4 free games will be available for all PS4 owners, even if you don't subscribe to PS Plus. Journey is still a great game. It's a masterpiece of indie game design and one of the most beautiful, profound titles out there. The art and sound design are in a class of their own, and Austin Wintory's original score is gorgeous. If you haven't played the game, well, I won't spoil it for you, but you should definitely take it for a spin. It is quite short, by the way. The next 3 games Sony is giving away are the first 3 Uncharted titles, all part of the remastered Nathan Drake collection. All 3 of these games are terrific. Sony actually just gave this collection away to PS Plus subscribers in January, but now it's free to everyone. Well, mostly everyone, that is, as long as you're in the US, I believe Australia and a few other countries. Currently, Uncharted 4 is also free to PS Plus members for the month of April. That just leaves Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which I suspect will be given away in the not-so-distant future. In any case, if you've never played Uncharted and are looking for some great single-player adventures that make you feel like you're in an Indiana Jones movie, you should definitely give this a shot. It's free. You've really got nothing to lose but time. Much like their counterparts in more traditional motorsports, Formula E drivers will compete online to try and make up for a season put on hold thanks to the outbreak. Starting this past Saturday, you'll be able to watch all 12 official teams and 24 drivers take part in the ABB Formula E race at Home Challenge. The 9-week competition will see the pros race against one another using R-Factor 2. While they'll be playing remotely, the drivers will have access to playseat simulators, as well as wheels and pedals from Fanatec. Asus will also provide them with gaming PCs, monitors, and headphones. After the preliminary test event on Saturday, the drivers will compete for points. Formula E plans to use a race royale format, where the last place driver at the end of each lap is eliminated. After only 10 individuals are left on the track, they'll have 1 lap to race to the finish line and earn as many points as possible. Double points will be on the line at the final race of the season, with the grand finale taking place on June 13th. Alongside the main event, there'll be secondary races featuring gamers and influencers. Players will have to earn a spot in one of the weekend races by completing a top 18 time during the week of the event. When things settle down, the eventual winner of the second grid will get the chance to drive on a Formula E track during a race weekend. Like the MLB with its online tournament, the entire event is for a good cause, with donations going to UNICEF to help children in need. You'll be able to watch the entire competition on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. You can check it all out starting on April 25th. Formula E's broadcast partners will also begin airing the races as well. Apple has announced that the Magic Keyboard with trackpad for iPad Pro will be available to order, well, starting last week, and it begins arriving to customers this week. This is ahead of schedule, with Apple having originally said orders would open in May. Apple wrote in a press release, "The new Magic Keyboard for iPad Pro is available to order today on Apple.com and is in the Apple Store app in more than 30 countries and regions, including the US. The Magic Keyboard will begin arriving to customers next week and will be available in select Apple stores and also through select Apple-authorized retailers. The Magic Keyboard is compatible with the 2018 and 2020 iPad Pro models. It features a scissor switch keyboard paired with a trackpad, as well as a built-in USB-C port. Apple describes the new Magic Keyboard as having a floating design with smooth angle adjustment. It attaches magnetically to the iPad Pro and features unique cantilever hinges that allow it to adjust up to 130 degrees, kinda like the iMac Pro. The keyboard is backlit as well. Orders for the Magic Keyboard are now open on Apple's website. The 11-inch model goes for $299, while the 12.9-inch model goes for $349. For education shoppers, the price is $279 for the 11-inch and $329 for the 12.9-inch.